Hey, how you doing? I'm Steven Webb and this is Stillness in the Storms, and I want to talk about a different form of gratitude. Gratitude is one of those things that, like with everything, suddenly it becomes a good thing and then it's everywhere all the time. That's all you hear. And I'm an advocate for gratitude. Don't get me wrong. I think it's good. I think we should practice gratitude. I think we should have gratitude in our hearts whenever we're just getting on with life. But however, what about just taking stock of what we have? Taking stock of the things we own, the abilities we have. And just like a shop takes stock of what they've got in their stock, every 12 months, anybody that's worked at any shop, there's a love-hate for this time of the year when this happens. It's a love of the fact that you get some time, like overtime. So you've been paid a little more and you're late into the evenings. But it's a real bummer because you've literally got to count every single thing on the shelves, every box, everything. And it's like you've literally got to give to the accountant everything that you own. And it also comes down to, and I was working in the Trafalgar Garage, which is my local garage down on the big roundabout where I live. And I worked there from about the age of, 14 to about 16 or something like that. And I remember doing the stock take, we literally had to count every single chocolate bar and every single packet of crisp. And we had to, and the worst one was going through the freezer, counting all the ice cream bars. Oh, it's a nightmare. It used to, it was a little bit of extra money, but I used to hate doing it. But anyway, so they take stock of, what am I worth? What have I got? What have I in this life? Imagine if we take stock of our lives. Take stock of some of the clothes you got. Take stock of some of your abilities. I'm able to see billions of colours. I'm able to hear hundreds of tones. I can hear music. I'm able to walk around. I'm able to breathe by myself. I'm able to think by myself. All of these wonderful assets I can taste. I have feelings I can feel. Take stock, because these are all things you don't want to lose, and these are all things that give you worth. And I don't just mean material worth. They have the ability to give your life an experience. Joy. It's like just going for a walk. Just take stock and enjoy going for a walk. As some of you may know, I'm paralysed just below the neck. My hands are paralysed and all that. And I don't mean to bring up the walk to make you feel bad, like you can walk and I can't. What I'm saying is I got other qualities that you may not have, or other abilities that you may not have. So just take stock of what you got in the way of skills, abilities. And then also, what about taking stock of the stuff you got around the house? Walk around the house, walk into each room and look around at all the stuff you have. Open your cupboard, look at all your clothes. Open your fridge, look at the food you've got. Look at the food you got in the freezer. And just really, I'm not saying get all gushy and all gratitude about it. Like, oh, wow, I can't believe I got more than most and I'm doing better than most people. Or I've got nothing to be upset about. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just take stock of what we have, because you've got way more than what most people have had in history. If you think about what you've got now compared to the richest person in the world 100 years ago, you've got way more. You've got way more than what they had 50 years ago. During this lockdown, you have more things to entertain you, more things to give you joy and experiences than the royal family had 50 years ago. You've probably got more things to enjoy and give you experiences than the royal family have now, but that's a whole different story. I'm not sure whether they would have some of the things we've got in our homes. Who knows? But really think about what we have now. Get in the car, and instead of thinking, oh, I got a nice car, I really appreciate the car. Think about the car that hasn't got rattles built in. It's not cold. When the door slams, it's not like banging. It's all nice and just clicks together. And you wind down the window, you just touch a button. Whereas years ago, winding down the window was like a workout. Literally. You can remember this. See? Even just making a telephone call years ago. We had to get off our butts and go to the telephone. It was normally in the hallway, attached to a wire, going into a wall. Then you go back a little bit further and we had to do the workout on the telephone. Literally. Pick up the phone and go, literally, it was, I might put some sound effects on that of an old telephone. And then if you miscounted, you had to start again from, by the end of the week, if you phoned your girlfriend 3 times a night, because you had to redial every 60 minutes. Otherwise, it would go into another hour and it would cost a lot more money. So you literally couldn't do that. And then for me to have any privacy on the telephone, I used to have to go to the end of the road and sit in the call box with a pile of 50p's. And if anybody came there, I'd say, sorry, I have to go, and then put down the phone, wait for them to go, and then get back in the call box. Whereas nowadays, you literally have a phone in your pocket, you walk around with it in your ears. Or even worse, you walk around on loudspeaker so everybody can hear you having a conversation. It literally is. We have so much now. And I really don't mean to be be grateful for everything. No, just recognize what we have. Just take stock. We don't have to be going around and going, oh no, my life's absolutely amazing. I got nothing to be depressed about. I got nothing to be fed up about. I got nothing. I'm not saying we have issues, we have problems, we have difficult times. I get that. But taking stock of what we do have sometimes just reframes the way we feel, the way we see the world. We already have abundance, many of us. If you've got just a fraction of stuff in your home, you've got more than most people in the world have in your home. I can go out there and I can pick any numbers of herbal teas. I can go out there and have toast. I think most people can have toast. But literally, I can pick from too much food. I mean, that's why I'm paralysed every tea time. My carers say, what do you want for tea? I'm like, oh, really? I don't know. This time again already? I feel sorry for every parent that has to feed their children 7 days a week. Can we not just feed the kids twice a week? It's easy. Trying to decide what to have for tea 7 days a week, especially when it's twice a day. I think that's the hardest thing of lockdown when the schools are closed. We've literally got to decide breakfast, dinner and tea. It's no. Can I just warm something up in the morning and give them a bit of lunchtime and tea time? No, but we got so much choice, haven't we? We got so much choice that it's hard to choose. I've got carers that can cook for me. So literally, not only have I got the options of, right, there's this or this, I can go, you could cook me a pie. You could do chips. You could do mashed potato. You could do peas or beans, all sorts of things. That makes it really difficult because I got to decide. But just what I'm saying is just stop and take stock of what you've got. Just look around the house. Sit down and spend 5 minutes sat in a chair, recognizing what your body can do instead of what the body cannot do. We often sit there and go, well, I cannot do this anymore. It aches and pains. I cannot run very far. I cannot walk very far. Things like that. Let's sit down and focus on what we can still do, what assets we have, and make use of our assets the best way we can. I think our lives will be much sweeter. I don't think you necessarily have to wake up in the morning and do 3 gratitude lists and all those things. They all help. I recommend them. But I think just really taking stock of what you have around the house, what you have in the way of outside the world, what we have access to is really quite a profound amount of ability to have experiences and enjoy life. And I don't think we look at them often enough. Businesses do. They know this importance. That's why they take a stock of their assets every year. But we don't, and I think we should. I think we should do a stock check on what we have and appreciate that. Very often we go out to buy something, we realise, oh, I already have one of them. Take care, guys. That's this week's podcast. Just take stock of what you got around the house, what you got in your life, what you have, and just sit with it for a minute. I'm Steven Webb, and this is Stillness in the Storms. And it'd be awesome if you could leave a review or head over to my website and book in for a coffee with me. I love meeting you guys. I love meeting the people that follow me and the people that I help to make a difference in life. It's so good. I met a few of you recently and it's so awesome. I love you guys. Take care. I'm Steven Webb and this is Stillness in the Storms.